Hello YouTube world, thanks for joining me. I got something I want to show all of you. I'll tell you a little bit about it first. I'm sitting in a chair, and it's a rocking chair that my brother built. It's the brother that don't speak to anybody but me. He built this quite a few years ago, so there's a lot of sentimental value in it. Not only because of the fact that he built this chair, the fact that this wood that was used to build this chair come from my grandma and grandpa's farm. It was a small farm. It was down near Damon, Iowa. And after my grandma had passed several years later, my aunt and my uncle had the place. Actually, it was an uncle, my mom's brother, and my mom's sister. The sister was Aunt Leela. She was the one that taught me how to make the homemade pancakes from scratch. And she had polio when she was 3, so she was never married. And then I had an uncle, one of my mom's older brothers, that had never married and still lived at home, helped out on the farm. But anyhow, he got permission to cut down a big old oak tree on the place. It was a bur oak. And he didn't have the means to cut it down, so he hired me to cut it down and haul it home for him. About an 18-foot gooseneck trailer. And when I cut this tree down, my kids were with me. And they were young and in elementary school. And they kept saying, "Dad, how are you going to get that tree loaded?" And I said, "I'll show you how." I said, "If there's a will, there's a way." Well, what I done is I cut the tree down, cut the tops off and cut it up for firewood, because I burnt firewood at the time. I cut the butt log out of it, and it was 24 feet long. It was over 3 feet in diameter at the big end, and a little over 2.5 feet. Actually, it's like, I believe it's like, it was close to 30 or 32 inches, I think, roughly, at the small end. Well, what I done is I hooked a chain on the side of the trailer. I backed the trailer along the downhill side of the log, and I hooked the chain both ends to the edge of the trailer, brought it down to a V. The chain is a V shape up against the log in the middle of the log, hooked another chain to that and went underneath it and up over the log and over the trailer. And I unhooked my truck from the trailer, went around and used my trailer to roll that log up on by pulling that chain. That chain actually rolled the log up on the trailer. I used a couple limb logs and put them up against the trailer for like a ramp for the log to roll up. I actually ended up doing it twice, because the first time I rolled it up, it went right over the top. It rolled on the trailer and down over again. So I had to move the trailer, hook up the trailer, dolly it, crank up the dolly, go and move the trailer, dolly it back down, unhook from it to use my truck to pull it the second time. But I got it. And then the kids and I loaded all the firewood to the front end of the trailer, or front half of the trailer, because the butt end of the large end of the log was sticking out of the back end of the trailer 6 feet. So I had to put firewood in the front half of the trailer to even out the weight. My brother ended up milling that log, got this lumber, and that's what he ended up building this rocking chair with. And he built this in memory of my grandma and grandpa. And then he gave it to my mom as a gift quite a few years ago. Well, when my stepdad passed away and she moved out of the house, moved to a smaller house and moved to town, she had me take this chair because I have a house big enough that I had room for it. Plus, she told me that I was the closest to Bert, that he don't speak to none of the rest of them, that she wanted me to have it, so now I have it. I'll get up and I'll show you the chair. It's quite neat, I think, and a lot of sentimental value in it. Whenever I see the chair, look at the chair, I remember the time me and the kids went down together to cut the tree down for my brother, and the risk I was taking, I guess, hauling it home, because it was a big heavy load on my trailer. I made it back without getting any flats or anything. But the chair ended up turning out nice, and it's something I can pass down to my kids, and hopefully they keep passing down as the time rolls on. Well, I'll get up and show you this chair. Right there's the chair. He had that engraved. It says, "In memory of Bert and Viola Armstrong." I don't know if you can see that. There you go. He's got put little dowels in there where it's all put together. He's even got them here on the arm, 2 of them. I thought I'd show that to you. As I got a bunch of stuff outside that I'm wanting to do, but the weather, the snow ain't stopping me, but the cold is. Too cold to go out and work on the projects that I have that I'm wanting to share with you guys. If it warms up one of these days, maybe I'll be able to get out and do some of the projects and let you guys see what I've got going on. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And don't forget to give me thumbs up or thumbs down. Hit that notification bell and subscribe first and then hit that notification bell. That way you can be sure and see the next video I got coming up. And if you haven't subscribed to my 200 subscriber giveaway, go back and watch the video. I've only got about half dozen entries, so there's a good chance that you can win it. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget I love you, and see you on the next one. Bye.